It was one of those rare nights where the fog was so thick you couldn't see through it. Sarah was driving home from her friend's house. The roads were empty. The streetlights were hazy. And just when she thought it couldn't get any worse, she saw a girl standing in the middle of the road. Sarah slammed on the brakes and swerved. She didn't want to hit the girl, but when she turned back to look at her, she had vanished. Sarah got out of her car, called out to her, but there was no reply. The girl was gone. Just then, the fog began to lift slightly, and Sarah saw that the road ahead was clear. So she got back into her car and drove off. But after a few minutes, the fog came back, and the road was once again shrouded in mist. And then she saw her again. The girl was standing closer now, right in front of Sarah's car. She slammed on the brakes again, but this time she couldn't stop in time. She hit the girl. Or rather, she hit what she thought was the girl. There was no body, only a pair of shoes lying on the road. Sarah got out of her car and walked over to them. She felt for a pulse, turned the shoes over, but there was no girl. She got back into her car and tried to drive away, but every time she turned the wheel, she ended up back on the same road with the same thick fog, the same streetlights, and the same shoes lying on the road in front of her. And every time the fog lifted slightly, she could see the girl standing a little closer than before. And as the night wore on and the fog thickened, Sarah knew she was running out of road. Then she saw the girl standing right next to her car. She was so close now that Sarah could see the sadness in her eyes, and as the girl reached out a hand toward Sarah, she knew she wasn't dreaming. This was real. And as the fog closed in around them, Sarah closed her eyes and reached out to touch the girl. She had no idea where she was or how she got there, but for the first time in a long time, she didn't feel alone.